Okay, very good. Okay, so welcome everyone. I see some new faces. Please use the chat and welcome folks if you don't recognize someone's name or someone's face. So that way we are really building community here, right? Building the beloved community, building the revolution of love. My name is Reverend Felicia Perez-Zader. And my pronouns are she, her, hers, they, them, theirs. As I said, we are on Facebook Live, so wave to those friends there. This is the Revolution of Love Sunday night service. And for those of you that know, and now you will know, second Sunday we have our healing service. And then the fourth Sunday, which is tonight, we have our agitation service. And we call this Art as Resistance. So this is truly your service. This is where you get to step up and share something, anything in the realm of a song or a poem or an art piece, really anything goes. And we try to center it around social change. However, come on, it's a revolution of love. So whatever you would like to share, we want to hear it. We want to make space for you and we get to celebrate you. So before we go any further, I'm going to light the candle. If you have a candle that you would like to light alongside this experience, this process, please do. So I always love seeing how people start kind of moving around and looking for their candles. So I will talk very slowly for a moment. And then I'm going to pray, and I'll pray the way that I pray. And I recognize that some of you may pray very differently or send energy or blessings the way you do. It's all welcome here at Revolution of Love. Yes. Yes. Okay. So let us begin. This is not a Zoom meeting. This is a sacred invitation into perhaps the unknown. Okay. And if you would like to share tonight, please, again, write that in the chat, write your name, so we'll know and we can call upon you. Let's begin with our 3 deep breaths to connect with ourselves and one another here in this space and spirit. And if it is comfortable for you to close your eyes, you can do so. And we will take the first breath in, breathing in through the nose. And the exhale out of the mouth. And again, breathing in through the nose. And then a nice, beautiful exhale out of the mouth. Becoming more aware and available to this time and to this space and to each other. And we breathe in once more now. And then we exhale. Holy One, one with many names, we give thanks for this time tonight. We give thanks for the revolution of love and all of its forms and incarnations that it has had thus far. And recognizing that this is a way that we are convening tonight that we have never experienced before. Let us take note of it. Let us lean into it. Let us experience truly all of the deliciousness that this moment has to offer. Let us really see and hear one another tonight and be in joy and in love with one another and with you. Prayers for all of the congregations, regardless of faith tradition. We give thanks for all of our families in different communities. And we ask for a special prayer right now of safety. Noting all of the different acts of violence and injustice that have been happening. And we don't just pray for that safety, we ask for a very, a deep evolution and overthrow of our minds, that we may begin to think outside of what we normally do. And also of our hearts, that we may begin to love even more than we normally do. and that our bodies show up in ways that are truly world-changing. Let us do this work, Holy One. Let us do this passion play, beloved. And the people said, Amen, Amin, Ashe, and Aho. Aho. And if someone would like to read, we're going to have our land acknowledgement now, and we're going to have our path acknowledgement. And if there was a volunteer that would like to read one of those, so we'll need 2 volunteers for that. Come off mute and please read.
I can read the land acknowledgement. This is Gabriella. All right. At this time, we want to take a moment to reflect on the lands on which we reside. We are coming from many places, and we acknowledge the ancestral homelands and traditional territories of Indigenous people who have been here since time immemorial, and to recognize that they are still here, fighting for human rights, for lands and their culture. I am in Koreatown, Los Angeles, and acknowledge the stolen lands of the Tongva and Chumash people. Please acknowledge the lands which you reside upon in the chat. And if you don't know, you can go to nativeland.california and check it out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gabriella. And now the path acknowledgement. Could I have a volunteer to read that, please?
This is Evie. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Path acknowledgement. We acknowledge the paths and beliefs represented here. We honor all religious philosophies, ideologies, belief systems, healing modalities, and spiritual perspectives. We honor the life experience and wisdom you have brought here today. We respect you and welcome you into this brave space. And we emphatically state that disrespect, prejudice, discrimination of any kind has no place here. We empower one another through respect and strength to be true revolutionaries of love and justice. We see you, we hear you, we love you.
Yes, thank you so much, Evie, for that. And then Manny, I know I just sent you a direct message. That was for everybody. Sidebar, Manny, would you please read our mission and our vision?
Absolutely. All right. And yeah, my name is Manny. My pronouns are he, him. And here is the Revolution of Love Ministry Movement mission statement: to create courageous multipath communities through healing services, educational offerings, and the study and practice of abolition for dynamic inner and outer transformation. And continuing this, we have the vision statement, and that is to bring hope, inspiration, education, and action to every change agent. And if you are breathing, you are a change agent in the world. We welcome all of who you are, what you look like, where you come from, who you love, and we love you. The time is now. This is the revolution. And of course, we'll have the Linktree where you may donate. You know, these are wonderful services. I, have dedicated my time and even my earnings just so that I can continue, so it can continue. We can all be a part of this. So please, I encourage you to, if you're able to. Thank you very much. And back to you, Ref.
Yes, you have, Manny. You certainly have. Thank you so much. So before we go any further, we do have to do our roll blessing, and then we're going to open it up for the participation. Yes. So who would like to lead us in our revolution of love blessing, where we say, we see you, we hear you, we love you, 3 times, coming off mute. Come on, let's see it. Who wants to lead us? I know there's a birthday person in the house. I might be calling upon them to do it, but
We see
Ah,
you.
there it is. Okay, Nancy, the birthday person, gonna lead us. Thank you.
We see you.
We hear you.
We hear you. We love you.
We love you.
We see you.
We see you.
We hear you.
We hear you.
We love you.
We love you.
We see you.
We
see
see you.
We hear you.
We hear you.
We love you.
We love you.
Yes. Be aware. If we know it's your birthday, you're going to get what's coming to you in the form of the birthday song. And you will probably get this. Oh, that's not what I meant to hit. I meant to hit the laugh track. Wait. Let's see. The things you buy at 2 a.m. Okay, loves, let's open it up. So far I have these folks who will be presenting. If you did not get to write your name in your chat and you want to present, please do. I have Gabriella, I have Nancy, David, Leslie, Manny, and Taylor X. Someone who would like to? Well, we'll start there. And if you want to, you get so moved, then you can always share, because at this point we'll have more time. So Gabriella, please take it away.
Yeah, I can start off. Hi, everybody. I actually shared a meme with Manny. So Manny's going to help me share that tonight. This is my piece of art that I'm offering into this space. And I'm super grateful for Manny's assistance with this as well. So thank you for partnering with me. So I love this. I love it. It's a graphic. It's from Snoopy, and it says, "No one is going to give you the education you need to overthrow them." Or it's like the Snoopy characters. It says, "No one is going to give you the education you need to overthrow them." And I think that this is so powerful. Sometimes art, one of the things that I love about images like this is a picture really does capture so much, right? There's just a few words on here, but it conveys volumes. And I think it's so powerful. And this is one of the reasons that for me, I focus on systems, because I used to say, oh, the system is so broken. And that's where I was in my learning process. However, as I continue to learn and engage in different ways, I realized the system actually isn't broken. It operates the way it's supposed to, be that the incarceral system or the medical industrial complex system, or even our flawed educational system, you name it. It actually operates in a way that is set up to maintain power and privilege and concentrations of wealth. And so what I have realized through other types of learning that I have engaged in is that it is about changing the system or dismantling the system or abolishing the system altogether. And we're not going to get that through traditional avenues. And so one of the things that we need to do for those of us who care and seek change and seek something different in our lives is to search out that other types of education. And I actually see the revolution of love as one of the places that I come to for not just for the education, for new learning, for new ideas, also refilling my well of courage, and also joining with other people, because we cannot do this work alone. And so making sure that we are staying in community, keeping our ideas fresh and creative, leaning on people as we need to do, and really working toward some kind of change. So I offer this tonight, and may we all gain new types of learning so that we can abolish the systems that don't work, that are actually set up to cause harm and pain and trauma in the lives of others. And may we work for something different. So this is my offering and my prayer this evening.
Wow, what a great way to start. Thank you. Yeah. So one thing we always like to do is write in the chat or use your Bitmojis, show some love, give some energy to the person. That being Gabriella in this moment. Gabriella, thank you for starting us off right. And also I love that about, yeah, the system is working exactly as it was designed to. And so way to begin us off here and start us off. Yes, thank you. Who is going next? Nancy. With Nancy, are you ready?
You're just really, okay. Wow. Well, when Reverend Felicia requests, I will follow. Well, what's interesting, yes, much has been going on in the world that is so tragic and needs our attention. However, I want to bring today to all of us my joy about the support I've received today from others on my birthday, and also knowing that I could come here this evening. And I would like to read what I wrote about that. Today, my birthday, something I honor in others' lives, and I am aware of the significance this day years ago, me moving into this life for this time. And I am thankful knowing that this year, at a time when I have let go of so much, I am also beginning anew. And all of you are a part of this. Reverend Felicia is a part of this, and I am grateful. I like how each time I am present for a role service, I witness others bravely living, asking questions, taking stands, finding you as you share, hearing yourselves as others hear you. Yes, art as resistance is making feelings known, truths known, concerns known, grief, triumph, wishes, adversity. And as we each speak, we learn as we rebel, as we are compelled, as we are embraced, that love is what keeps us here, keeps us uniquely ourselves and aware. Love is what allows, what supports, what prevails. On my birthday, I have found myself looking forward to sharing my voice, my truth, on a day that if I did not, I would feel much more frail, alone and in the wings, instead of taking flight in the moment with you, strangers and new friends, in a place that is all about making a difference through love and the courage to do what love would do in the highest way from the highest place. I invite each one of you tonight to see this evening as your birthday for you also, for whatever you have been waiting to be, to say, to find, to let go of, to welcome, to become. Peace to you, my friends.
Woo. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you. We love you. And yes, happy turn of, what is it? Trip around the sun.
Yes, indeed.
Beautiful. Okay, so we'll just keep it moving. Make sure you use the reactions or send some love in the chat as we hear one another. And now I have David, if David is ready.
I am ready. Well, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. So I've put a link in the chat to this. It's a poem/song that I'm going to read. And, you know, I've read something each of the times that we've gathered, and they typically have been poems that I have written some years ago. This is one that I just wrote this past spring. And it uses art to call attention, to open ears and eyes and hearts around the climate crisis. And it's fashioned after the dynamic of Joanna Macy's The Work That Reconnects. In her book, Act of Hope, she encourages us when we're facing a problem that seems like it is too huge for us to even know where to begin, that we begin with gratitude, that after grounding ourselves in gratitude, that we open ourselves to the pain of the world, which kind of unleashes a rush of empathy inside us, that we widen our perspective, and that then we take action. And so you'll hear that movement in the back of this poem. You'll also hear some Minnesota imagery because I wrote this for a service in Minnesota. So the title is As the Turn of the World Draws Near, and you could actually sing it to the tune of The Star of the County Down, but you're not going to hear me sing it to that tune. I'm just going to read it. So it goes. From the diving loon with its haunting tune to the frogs that are chirping shrill, while the walleye leap and the shy lynx creep, and the bears in their caves sleep still. The tall pines sway and the foxes play, and the rice rises wild in lakes. Fill our hearts with song that we too belong. Rouse our souls so we're wide awake. The day is bright and the time is right as the dark of the night is clear, that we now uprise from the ground to the skies as the turn of the world draws near. But the weather's fraught and the climate caught and the fabric of life's undone, as the earth cries out in an anguished shout neath the glare of a blistering sun. The ocean spray voices loud dismay, and the heavens for mercy plead. Give us hearts to hold all the pain now told, and to follow where it may lead. The day is bright and the time is right as the dark of the night is clear, that we now uprise from the ground to the skies as the turn of the world draws near. As our children yearn for the world to turn and the poor seek a just new day, though the time is late, let us turn back fate. Let our hope rise without delay. To turn the world toward a day unfurled, make amends with this fragile dome, wrap our prayers in flesh, keep our courage fresh, give us hope for our only home. For the day is bright and the time is right as the dark of the night is clear, that we now uprise from the ground to the skies as the turn of the world draws near.
Woo! Thank you, David. We love you. And we love that. Yes, so powerful. So very powerful. Yes, and everybody, is there a link, David, that where we can go to that? Oh.
Yes, there is a link in the chat already.
Okay,
Yep.
good. Okay, good. Beautiful. Thank you so much for blessing us with that. Thank you. Yes, and please, love that, people sending that love. This is reciprocity, yes, because David just gave to us, and so we get to receive and then give back, and that's the reciprocity that is agape love in action. Wonderful. So now I'm looking at Leslie D. Judd. Leslie's in the house. Where are you? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? There she is.
Okay, do you hear me though?
I can, yes.
Okay, good. I had this thing, had the button put. I'm used to pushing buttons when I'm on the phone and other places. So this is so I wasn't going to sing today, and there was actually a Nikki Giovanni poem I wanted to do, but I'll do that later. And this came to me because I'm really irritated being a forerunner of the early Equal Rights Amendment, one of those pioneers, and the whole Roe versus Wade and protecting women's health centers from the abortion anti-life, anti-right to choice. So anyhow, a song came to me in my mind that Robin Flower used to sing, Holly Near wrote. It's not my song, and I don't know if the key's going to set with me, but I'm going to do it anyhow. Mountain Song, Kentucky Woman. And she wrote this back in 1967. And a lot of things in those early 60s, and the same thing with the Nikki Giovanni poem came about. So this is, we just cannot be living the Handmaid's Tale. This, we just can't go back. We cannot go back. Mm-hmm. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Not with me watching. You may drive a big machine, but I was born a great big woman, and you can't just take my dreams away. Not with me fighting. This old mountain raised my many daughters. Some died young and some still living. But if you come here for to take it our mountain, no, we ain't coming here to give it. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Not with me watching. No, you can't just take my dreams away without me fighting. No, you can't just take my dreams away.
Whoa, Leslie, thank you. My goodness, I don't know what to even really say after that. Thank you. That was a side of you that I don't think we ever quite seen like that, Leslie. Thank you for ushering that in, allowing yourself to be utilized like that. Very powerful.
You're welcome, and thank Holly Near, who continues to do this as well with the rest of us.
Yes.
And thank you all.
Thank you. Okay. There's so much to say after, and I trying to kind of keep it so we can keep hearing from you. So that's why I don't say a lot, but please know how appreciated you all are. And let's see. And with that, Manny Figueroa.
How you doing, y'all? That was amazing, Leslie. Nothing short. Each share has been incredible. I have a few. I can't say they're poems, but they are written in a similar format. But there's a young writer named Young Pueblo that I have recently been indulging in. He is a poet and a speaker as well. And his book on clarity and connection is one that has recently resonated with me. And I'd like to share a few pages that I have found helpful to me. So, here goes. This first one. I spent years unaware that I was running away from myself, always seeking company or entertainment, so that I would not have to face the dark clouds storming inside of me. Every moment was an opportunity for diversion. Friendships were means of escape. Pleasure, a temporary relief from pain. I did not notice that my relationships were shallow because of how far away I was from myself. I did not understand why solitude felt unbearable. and why fun could not permanently settle turbulent emotions. For far too long, I was unaware that the only way for life to improve, for my relationships to feel rich, and for my mind to finally experience ease was for me to explore and embrace the anxious unknown that dwelled within. You can change your location, meet new people, and still have the same old problems. To truly change your life, you need to look inward and to get to know and love yourself and heal the trauma and dense conditioning in your mind. This is how you get to the root. Internal changes have a significant external impact. When in doubt, remember, you have the power to say no, the authenticity to be you, the patience to keep learning, the fortitude to continue trying, the courage to embrace change, the fearlessness to give selflessly, the wisdom to cultivate inner peace, the bravery to fulfill your aspirations, the openness that grows friendships, the awareness to follow your intuition, the intelligence to not repeat the past. And finally, you do not need a partner to feel whole. You do not need to have everything figured out to feel successful. You do not need to be fully healed to feel peace. You do not need to be fully wise to feel happy. Embracing yourself as you are reinforces your worth and decreases the friction in your mind. Thank you.
Yes. Woo! Thank you, Manny. Thank you. And can you write his name? Can you write his?
Absolutely. I'll include his name here in just a sec.
Thank you so much. And please, if there is some that you're reading that is your own, like I believe David did, make sure we can go to a link, learn more about you and your offerings in this world. Okay. Because I know some of you are reading or performing originals. So this next person is Taylor X. And I know Taylor X has a book. And Taylor, are you still with us? Are you still on the Zoom or with it? There he is.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh.
But I didn't bring a link for the book, but it's called The Works of Taylor X. And it's on Amazon. Okay, this one, you know, there's a spiritual side to the revolution of love as well. And when I mean spirit, I mean, you know, it's either schizophrenic or it's clairvoyant. I'm going to go with clairvoyant. Okay. So this one is called There Is a Soul. There is a soul sitting next to me. He says his name is Tim. I pat him on his thigh and I tell him, I see you, Tim. I see you. He says, I want to tell you. I say, let's meditate. Then tell me what you want to tell me. I'm at the mental health facility where I work. He's not the first one I've seen here. He's one of many. He tells me, I just want to sit, be here with you. I just want to breathe. Let's just do nothing. I'm a little tired. You don't have to go. He grabs onto my arm. He wants to feel the flesh. He misses that part of himself. He was once a big, strong man. He realizes now he's a ghost. There is no great white light. He says, relax. I'm not alone. The fact that you can see me, I want you to know that you are not alone either. There are many like you, he tells me. Everything's going to be all right. Remember to tell that. I take a sip of my drink. Tim stands up and he walks away. I'm sure I'll see him again. I'm happy that I can tap into whatever it is that allows me to communicate with him and others like him. It's a gift from God. Thank you.
Tapping in to the gifts. That's right. I see some people, hands up, snapping those fingers. Come on now. Thank you, Taylor X. Was there another one, or is that all for right now?
That's all for right now. I want to
Okay.
give other people a chance too.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you. And now we have Evie. Evie, let's hear from you, please. We're like the Quakers right now.
Yeah, okay. I'm on a very old machine because this moving thing has done crazy stuff with my internet. And hopefully I won't lose this screen. If I keep tapping on it here and there, I guess I won't. This is called Life on the Wing. And it is a multi-verse haiku. It was an experiment. I did some rework on it today. I'm liking it a little better, but it's got some value, I know. It's just not one of my favorites, but Life on the Wing. Life is on the wing. Apples blossom at first sight, and a babe's first breath. Sweet as marzipan, splendid as Belgian chocolate. New scents in the air. Chill as autumn fruit, picked fresh from the branch, cooling to the buds. Hot as brewing tea, healing herbal happiness, honey warms the heart. Tart as lemon pie, awakening my senses, mellowed by meringue. Sour as gummy bears, stinging like a bumblebee, smarting to the tongue. Aged as brie and wine, succulent and savory, bitter when it turns. And the final bough, fallen as apples from trees, life is on the wing.
What is going on? What is happening in the world? Thank you so much, Evie. Thank you. Oh, what a blessing. Everybody, so many gifts here. So many gifts. In fact, let's just take a pause for a moment. Yes. We're getting very full, no? Okay, so let's take a pause. If you'd like to breathe. Okay. And I know we have Gustavo. Gus, where are you and what is happening? Let us hear you. Is Gus here? I see Gus. I see Gus's name. Yay, there he is.
Hi, everybody. I've actually been having a hard time lately in the last few days. And I know I'm not the only one that suffers with that D word called depression, but then we hear these wonderful miracles and healing stories of healing and people that have the courage to change the world one heart at a time. So thank you, Reverend Felicia, and thank you everybody for all your talent and your courage. This is called Your Life Matters. Black lives matter, all lives matter. This we know, we say. But if Black lives really matter to you, you would join with me today. Just open your eyes, open your heart. It shouldn't have to be a riddle. My heart broke when I awoke, the boy who wanted of all things Skittles. I heard Obama preaching, Dolores Huerta, si se puede, yes we can, over the backdrop of 4 little girls killed in Birmingham. Police dogs attacked, people fought back, they took La Causa further. You call it law and order, but the people call it murder. See it, can't sleep, because my heart's dropping. I hear whispers of guns cocking, CIA's cracking, cokes popping, white lines blowing, roosters crowing. You get promotion while your shit's showing. To protect and serve, not always what it seems. Days are hard and the nights are mean. Want to shoot off and let off our steam. Hate begets hate, so a truce is seen. Black lives matter, your life matters. This we know, we say, we pray. If my brother's life really mattered to you, you would join with us today. See, your life matters and your life matters. So please take the noose off your rope. See, our brothers' lives don't take away from ours. So please, I get desperate for hope. Don't be afraid to say Black lives. We've seen too many halos. I see 4 little girls shining above. Somewhere there are rainbows. And if the world forgets me, please remember just one thing. It's that your life matters. What's important is dignity. So to build that rainbow in the sky, you won't need a magic ladder. All it takes is for you to look me in the eye and tells me your life matters. Thanks.
Gus, thank you. Thank you for bringing it in all the ways that you always do for us with us here. I don't know if there's anyone else that was, this is the perfect place to take a pause and to begin to close for the evening. There's something I want to say since Gus just read what he read, but I will lift the record or the needle up off the record for a moment and ask the question, was there someone else that wanted to present? Let me look in the chat. Was there anyone else that wanted to? Okay. Okay, so I see Scott would like to share. So Scott, we'll go to Scott, and then if there is there anyone else, please write it now in the chat. If there isn't, then I'm going to speak to something that Gus was talking about. That'll be a call to action for all of us. So thank you, Gus, for that, for prompting that. And Scott, welcome, Scott. This is Scott's first time experiencing the revolution of love in this way, because I know he's experienced it in other ways. But Scott, please, welcome, and we'd love to hear you.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to be here with all of you and to share so much love and so much talent and honesty, and love is brave. It's the name of a show of paintings that I did, and I used that title. I was going to tattoo it on my arm. Felicia almost dared me to do it the other day. I say love is brave because love is always under attack, and it requires us to be brave. It's easy to get angry. It's easy to hate. Hate in a group is actually kind of fun. I remember reading an article by a man in the New Yorker, who, a liberal progressive guy, took his son to a Trump rally. And halfway through it, he looked over at his son, and his son was all excited. He went, "Wow, this is fantastic." What the kid was experiencing was all that collective energy, all that self-loathing that people were transferring out of themselves by joining together in this shriek of pain and hate. And I think all that hate does come from pain and self-loathing. And it takes courage to face all that in oneself and in each other. And it requires love to be brave. I wrote a song. It's called OMG. My God is always happy, always loving and forgiving, always finds a way to praise me when I make a mess of living. My God is always home, always hears me when I'm calling. there to catch me when I stumble and hold me when I've fallen. My God's love is everywhere, and my God's love is free. And best of all, I tell you, friend, my God believes in me. Oh my God, the light in all I see. OMG, my God believes in me. My God never threatens me, nor pressures me for money, never tries to bully me or slap me when I'm funny, won't bug me about my smoking or if I takes a drink, never tries to censor me or tell me what to think. My God doesn't mind a bit if I forget to pray, long as I remember to love you every day. Oh my God, oh my, the light in all I see, OMG, my God believes in me. My God's mad for hip hop, country and the blues, never hogs the radio, always lets me choose. My God is fond of Coltrane and comics that work blue, silly hats and baggy pants, and Buster Keaton too. My God knows our dancing will lighten our despair, that our language is music and our laughter is prayer. Oh my God, the light in all I see, OMG, my God believes in me.
Yes, thank you so much. My God believes in me. I love it. Thank you, Scott. Everybody give Scott some love. Give him some energy. Give him some love, give him some energy. Thank you so much and welcome once again. Whew. So I think everybody has gone. It's a little East Coast accent that just came out. I have no idea why. I think everyone has presented that would like to. Is that correct? Oh my gosh, what talents, what, no, Manny, it's not bad to say you wanted to keep going. I do want to give some room to Gustavo's poem, Your Life Matters. It would be remiss, I think, it would be remiss of myself to not take a moment and for all of us to recognize what happened last Saturday in Buffalo, New York, when another white supremacist terrorist stole the lives of, was it eight Black sisters and brothers. One thing that I learned from Dr. Melina Abdullah in a class that I'm taking with her on Thursday night was how many Black grandmothers were stolen that day, and the importance of grandmothers in the Black community. I really don't know what to say. Gustavo lifted it up. The only thing I can say, revolution of love, peeps, revolutionaries of love, is that this ministry and this movement was born from the idea that, yes, it's a multi-path experience here, and it's about changing the world. So you can be whatever here, you can bring it. We want you to bring all of you here. And we all need to create change. And that means, like how Gabriella started us off as well, we need to dismantle the systems that have been designed, the structures that have been working to hurt and kill and oppress people, especially people that are marginalized. So the question right now is, what are you going to do, but what are we going to do here? We've done different things over the years. Revolution of Love has been around for a decade. And we had Roll the Movement, if you recall. And that was a bit challenging because let's face it, we're online around the country, right? But we need to be more effective here at Roll. And we need to figure out creative ways. And look at the talent here. Look at the creativity here. Look at the wisdom here. Look at the love here. We need to figure out ways to mobilize so that this shit that happened last weekend, that this stops happening, because it's unacceptable. It's horrible. This is not a way for us to be living. Remember my sermon 2 weeks ago about there's a grief that we are experiencing that we don't even know we are experiencing. And I pointed that back to violence, that we're living in ways of degradation that we know are wrong. And that this is no way, again, this is no way to live. It's not living. And there is so much more that God, if you believe in God or the Spirit, however you call it, that love wants for us. So what are we going to do? There are so many things that we can do. We need to come out more. We need to step forward more. Or not to sound ableist, we need to maybe move forward more. So let's use our Facebook group. Let's message one another. Let's figure this out. And if you all have ideas, bring them. And write to me, write to Manny, write to one another. Let's figure out how we're going to organize even more effectively at the Revolution of Love. So I didn't know I was going to say this, but Gus, thank you. And thank you, all of you. It just created so much energy and generated so much here. That's it for now. Please know how loved you are and how important all your wisdom is, and that we are going to do this. We're going to create the change that must happen. And because not out of a blind hope or a fool's hope, because we have to. Because we have to. Yes? Yes. Yes. We're going to have Leslie lead something right now. Take a breath.
Everybody you can try to come off and we'll see if we can do this, but the tune is to Happy Birthday and the subject is to Nancy, and we can recognize anyone else who may have a birthday between now and then. But right now, this is an important birthday, and so you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nancy. Syncopated. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Oh my goodness. Thank you all so very much. Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
didn't
Manny.
expect that. Thank you, Leslie. Thanks, everybody.
We love you, Nancy. Yes, thank you so much, Leslie, for doing that. We love you. I see that David says that there is a poem, and I think that would be lovely to end with, and that will close us out. David, would you like to lead us in that, please?
Margaret's going to lead us in that.
Oh,
It's actually Margaret. Yeah. I had this prayer sort of keyed up just in case there was time, and Rev, with what you just said, and Gus, and with all of the words that were shared tonight, I felt like it was so appropriate to be able to close us out. This is from Mahatma Gandhi. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the ways of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall. Think of that, always.
Shame. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, everybody, let's do one more final blast of we see you, we hear you, we love you. Really make this one count. This is for everybody that presented, and even if you didn't present and you were experiencing all of this, but I'm going to put you all on gallery so I can see your faces. So we'll do a we see you, we hear you, we love you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We see you. We hear you.
We hear you.
Hear you.
Love you.
We
We
love you.
love
You.
you.
We hear you.
See you.
We hear you.
We can hear you.
We hear you. We love you.
We
And
love
We
you.
love you.
We love you.
We hear you.
We love you.
We hear
We
you.
see you.
and
We
we
hear
love
you.
That was a wild one, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
So you are loved. Please, again, soak all of this energy in. If you're struggling right now, I know some folks are. Please know that you are loved, even in this moment, even if it's a dark night of the soul. We're here and we are together in this, right? We just got to keep going. Sometimes it's just one foot in front of the other. Okay. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, my friends, my holy friends. Be good to yourselves. Come off mute and say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for all your love.
Bye.
Thank you,
you all.
everyone. Thank you, Rev, for creating
everybody.
this space.
Cheers.
Thank you all
Bye,
for your
Gabriella.
messages.
Bye,
Thank you,
David.
everybody,
Bye,
and
Margaret.
peace to you.
Bye,
Thank you,
Taylor.
everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
Taylor.
Evie.
Bye,
Evie,
Nancy.
settle in. Glad you were here. Nancy, thank you.
Bye, Gustavo.
Remember,
Bye,
love is
Judy.
with you.
No pictures on the walls
Hey,
yet.
Manny. Hey, Evie. I'll
Hang
see
in
you
there,
next
No
Gus.
week.
furniture.
Thank you,
Got this.
Leslie.
You're welcome, Taylor X. Manny and Margaret, thank you for the vocal harmonies. Your voices are really good together. Manny, I keep saying you need to do more singing. And Margaret, I know we need to hear you more.
Another
I
night.
like
Thank
that
you,
idea.
Rev. I'll talk
Yeah.
to you soon.
Okay.
Later, y'all.
Take
Cheers.
care,
Have a
y'all.
good week.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Leslie.
Peace
Happy
to you.
birthday.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you,
Peace to y'all.
Reverend Felicia.
Okay,
Thanks,
bless you.
Rev. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.